afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Strength Circuits. My name is Sam, and I will be your strength coach for today's circuit style workouts. As always, we're going to be working the full body, so some upper, core, and lower body, and a bit of cardio. So getting that heart rate up, working on our cardiovascular fitness as well. As always, we're about to get into our warm-up, so be sure you have enough space. Do that area check. Make sure you aren't going to hit anyone or anything around you. You can take a big step right, left, and front and back. As always, I am going to be using some weights for today's class. It isn't necessary, but if you have any dumbbells, kettlebells, weight plates, those are awesome. If not, using any household objects that you prefer will be good as well. Also, being sure that you have your water handy, maybe turning that fan on if it isn't on already. And we're about to get into our warm-up. So moving those objects out of the way so we can have an open space to get our bodies moving. Excuse me. We're going to start here nice and steady by bringing the knees up high, marching in place. So pumping our arms, opposite arm with opposite knee. Standing up nice and tall, opening up our chest, getting our bodies moving on this Wednesday afternoon. Next, taking this back heel to our glute. So kicking the heels back. Again, standing up nice and tall, pumping the arms. Deep breaths. We're going to pick up the intensity by just jogging in place here. So same deal. We're picking the feet up off of the ground, pumping the arms. If we'd like to stay in that marching, then that is awesome as well. Going straight into some jumping jacks. So that heart rate should be getting up. Remember to breathe. If you'd like to just do that side-to-side step, then that's an option as well, guys. Deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Gonna go straight into some forward lunges. Forward, back to center. Keeping the knees in alignment, toes are pointing straight forward. Sitting up nice and tall. Warming up the legs, the hips and our knees here. Deep breath, 3, 2, and 1. Back up, we're gonna go into our elephant stretch. Left foot down, right heel out. Sitting the hips back. Scooping the ground up to the ceiling. Alternating sides. Deep breath, big inhale, scoop. Exhale to the ceiling. Keeping the back nice and flat. Give me one more on each side. Last one. Awesome job. Next, straight to some arm circles. Starting back, feeling that stretch in our chest, shoulders, and the arms. Trying to keep the palms open, facing outwards. And let's go forwards. Nice big circles. Feeling this again in our arms, shoulders, and the upper back here. Deep breaths, taking that arm across, big squeeze, and alternate. Holding it for just a second or two. One more on each side. Last one. Alrighty, guys, that was our warm-up. Get some water if you need to. Hopefully we're feeling a bit looser, a bit ready to go into our circuit. Grab some water. Like I mentioned, I'll be using a couple weights here, but they are optional. As always, it'll be circuit style, so about 5 to 6 movements. We'll go back to back, but get water breaks as you need it. I'll be rambling a lot about the movements and our setup so you can get water as I ramble. So yes, take breaks as your body needs it. We're about to get into the circuit, so grab some water. First movement here. I'm just going to grab one weight, but you can grab two if you'd like. We're going to go into a squat with reverse lunges, with a curtsy lunge. So here we have the option of just holding our weights or using our body weight, having it at chest or on our shoulders, or having the option to go overhead to work more of the upper body and core. So if we're overhead, we're starting in that squat position, feet a bit wider than shoulders. We're reverse lunging, back to squat. We're squatting and left foot back. So alternating reverse lunges with that squat in between. Overhead is optional. Same thing at chest. Squatting, reverse lunge, back to that squat, alternate the lunge. We're going to have 40 seconds here, choosing to be overhead or at chest, either with our hands or that weight. Same deal, just the hands or adding in that weight. So 40 seconds here, get to squat position first. Knees or feet with the shoulders. And let's go. Right foot back for that reverse lunge. Back to the squat. Squeeze the glutes. Right foot back. Nice and steady here. Going at whatever pace your body is comfortable with. But being sure the feet are in alignment. Wide step back in the lunge. Feet are parallel in the squat. Working the lower body here. If we're overhead, we're working more of the shoulders and engaging the core a bit more. Give me 10 more seconds. Deep breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Alrighty guys, next up, we're going to go into some forward lunges like in our warm-up, but we're going to add a twist here. Like literally like a twist, not like something crazy. So we're going to forward lunge, literally adding in that twist to that rotation and back to center. So twisting towards that foot that is out, nice and flat. Alternating sides, having the option to use body weight or grabbing that weight at chest. 40 seconds here, alternating forward lunges with a twist. Let's go. Nice wide step forward and twisting. Focusing on our balance here, holding that lunge as we twist. Being sure the knee doesn't touch the ground. And only coming down as far as we're comfortable. If we just want to do a quarter lunge, that is perfectly fine as well. 15 more seconds here. Working the lower body and the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Next up, working some more upper body. We're going to grab both of those weights here. Again, you can just use one, but I'm going to grab both. And we're going to go into a reverse grip row to a biceps curl. So our position for our bent over row is like our deadlift, so slight bend in those knees. We're sitting the hips back, leaning the torso forward. Reverse grip on that weight, so the wrists are facing outwards, not towards our legs, but facing away from our thighs here. We're bending over, parallel to the ground. Reverse grip, bringing the weight into chest, squeezing our back, coming back down, we're standing up, and curling to the shoulders, back down to hips for the bent over reverse grip. So that is our movement. We're gonna have 40 seconds of this sequence, focusing on our form and our position, so being sure we're in the right form for our bent over row, and standing up nice and tall for the curls. So we're starting here, 40 seconds, and let's go. Weight comes into chest, elbows back, back down, squeeze the glutes, and curl the weight to shoulders, back down to the bent over row. So here, working mainly our upper body with our biceps in the curl, and the upper back with the reverse grip row. You're about halfway there. Nice and controlled. Squeezing the back, holding this for about a second. Back down, and squeezing the biceps, holding it for about a second. 10 seconds. Remember to breathe, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and control the weights down. Woo! Alrighty, guys, next up, we're gonna get down on the ground for a bird dog. So again, nice and controlled here. Many options. So in a bird dog, we're working on the stability muscles, strengthening our core and lower back. So having the option here to either be in this tabletop position, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, raising opposite leg and opposite arm, back to center. Or if we'd like to challenge ourselves and getting into our plank position, so wrists under shoulders, and we're on our toes, same thing, raising opposite arm and opposite leg. We're going to be here for 40 seconds, choosing your option, nice and controlled, and let's go. Big inhale up, and exhale back down under the shoulders. Just raising those limbs as far as we're comfortable. Make sure we keep the back nice and flat. And we're looking straight down at the ground. About 15 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sitting back on up. Next up, we're going to do a little bit of cardio, so 40 seconds of some cardio, and then we're going to take a break. So here, we're going to go into a burpee with some steps here. So our movement, we're going to come down into our plank position, stepping or jumping out, back up, 10 steps, and back out. Woo! So that's going to be our movement for 40 seconds, being sure that we're staying low in our steps. So knees are bent, arms are pumping, just slightly picking our feet up off of the ground, back down, into our plank, back up, into our steps. Alrighty guys, final 40 seconds, and then we're going to have a water break here. So starting close to the ground, going down into our burpee first, and let's go. Stepping or jumping out, back up, and we're running, back down. Make sure we're taking deep breaths, going at whatever pace our body is comfortable with. Remembering that plank position at the bottom. 15 more some deep breaths and grab some water, guys. Woo! I don't know about y'all, but I'm sweating. That heart rate is up. Take this time to rest, grab some water, and lower that heart rate. In just a moment, we're going to go into repeating all 5 of those movements. So just a few more seconds here. Getting some water. Checking in with yourself, with your body. Alrighty, guys. So we're going to get back into that overhead reverse lunge with the squat. So body weight or weighted. Optional overhead here. So either at chest or overhead into that squat position. Feet with the shoulders. Remembering we're back. Squatting in the middle and alternate. So 40 seconds here, and let's go. Squatting in the middle, big step back. Alternate the lunges here. Being sure our chest is nice and open. We're sitting up tall. The knees should be with our toes. You're over halfway there. Taking deep breaths. Inhale, exhale up. Exhale back to center. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Next up, going into those forward lunges with a twist. Alternating sides, starting right foot forward, twisting to the right. And let's go. Wide step, balancing that lunge, twisting, back to center. So remembering to breathe, big inhale, stepping forward. Exhale yourself back to center. You're halfway there. Make sure we're sitting up nice and tall. If we lose our balance, that's perfectly fine. Just get back into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Woo! Alright, next up, we're going into that deadlift, or that bent over row, with the curl. So here, using 2 weights, or just using 1. We're getting some water if we need to. We're going to get into that deadlift position, so feet directly under our hips. Nice and flat, slight bend in those knees. Spinning back, torso's leaning forward, and wrists are outwards with that weight. So not facing us, but facing away from us. Firm grip on either one or both of those weights. 40 seconds here. Rolling into our chest. Sitting up nice and tall and curling into the shoulders. 40 seconds starting down. And let's go. Squeezing our back. Releasing. Coming up and squeezing the biceps and the arms. And back down. Keeping that weight nice and close to our legs. Deep breaths. You're halfway there. Make sure we're looking straight forward. So down at the ground. In the row. And straight up that wall ahead. In the biceps curl. 10 more seconds. Nice and controlled. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Control the weight down. Woo! Alrighty, guys. 2 more movements here. First, that bird dog, then our cardio, and we're gonna cool it down. So in the bird dog, again, options are tabletop, knees under hips, and wrists under shoulders. Or option to be in that plank, same deal. So alternating sides, 40 seconds here. And let's go. Big inhale up. Exhale back down in alignment with shoulders and hips. Back is nice and flat. Imagine there's a ball sitting right in the center of our back. We're trying to balance it there. This is a balancing act. We're nice and controlled. Deep breaths. Looking straight down. 10 more seconds. You can do it, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We can throw that ball off now. Alrighty, last movement. Going into our cardio. So remembering to breathe. Going at whatever pace we're comfortable with. Remembering we're staying low. We're coming down into our burpee plank. Back up. And running in place. So this is our movement, 40 seconds. This mic is gonna drive me crazy. Alrighty, guys. Final 40 seconds here. Getting that heart rate up. Let's go. We're out. Back up. And running in place. Deep breaths, having the option to jump or step out. Pump the arms. Let's go. You're halfway there. Keep the core nice and tight. Woo! 10 seconds. You've got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! How are you feeling, guys? Give yourselves a pat on the back. Grab some water. And take some deep breaths. We're going to go into our cool down now. So stretching it out. Lowering that heart rate. Woo! I am sweating. Should not have worn this pullover. Alrighty, guys. We're gonna cool it down now. Just by starting by standing up, nice and tall. We're gonna take a big inhale to the ceiling and exhale down. Trying to get those breaths nice and long. So inhaling for as long as we can and exhaling all the air out for as long as we can. One more here. Big inhale. And exhale down. Next up, we're reaching towards our toes, like bending our knees, spinning the hips back, slowly coming down. Letting the torso and the shoulders and the arms hang. Feeling the stretch in the back of our legs and the hamstrings. Maybe rocking from side to side. Taking deep breaths. And standing on back up. Next, taking a seat down on the ground. Having the legs extended, we're going to bring one foot into the inner thigh and reaching towards our toes. Feeling the stretch in our low back and side. Back to center. switching position, so opposite foot comes into inner thigh. And again, we're reaching towards our toes just as far as we're comfortable. Slowly falling deeper into the stretch. Feeling this in our opposite side. Sitting back up, we're going to bring both the feet in for a butterfly. So pressing the feet together. Sitting up nice and tall, chest is open, back is straight, and fluttering the knees downwards. Feeling the stretch in our inner thighs here. Taking deep breaths. Bringing the legs back out. Next, we're going to lay down on our backs. Having the legs extended out in front of us. The low back is flat, shoulder blades are down. We're going to start by bringing the right knee into chest for a lying knee hug. So giving our knee a big squeeze. And then taking the knee across the opposite side of the body, just as far as we're comfortable, keeping the shoulder blades pressed down. Feeling this stretch in our hips, our glutes, and our back. Coming back to center when we're ready, and extending that right leg out. Doing the same thing with the left leg. So bringing the knee into chest, giving it a big squeeze, slowly getting tighter and tighter. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings and the knees and quads. And then taking that knee across the opposite side of the body as far as we're comfortable while trying to keep the shoulder blades down. Opposite leg is extended. Deep breath. Coming back to center when we're ready. Extending the legs back out. Next, flipping over onto our stomachs. So rolling on over, bringing the hands by the shoulders, pressing each fingertip down, and lying the feet flat. We're going to extend the arms up, rolling the shoulders back, opening the chest, coming into our cobra, feeling the stretch in our stomachs, maybe rocking side to side. Taking deep breaths here. On your next big inhale, zip the hips back, opening the knees and exhaling into a child's pose. Calling the fingertips out in front of us, feeling the stretch in our hips and upper back and shoulders. Letting your head fall into the ground through your arms. And taking this time to breathe. Maybe reflect on today's workout, and as always, being proud of yourself. We're midway through the week, so taking this time to de-stress. I think the high points of our week so far. Being grateful for those little things. And whenever you and your body are ready, you can sit back up, crisscross applesauce, and that is all I have for you guys this afternoon. Must have been a good workout. Look at my hair. But again, my name is Sam. Thank you guys so much for joining me as always. I hope you have an awesome rest of your Wednesday or an awesome rest of your week if I do not talk to you again. Just a little announcement. I did go a little past time, but just a little announcement. We are accepting applications to our prep program. So those are if you are interested in becoming an instructor or a trainer like myself, then the gym here offers free prep courses that help you pass those certification exams. So I would definitely utilize those resources if you are interested in becoming a trainer or fitness instructor. So you can go on our website to check out those applications and get them into us as soon as you can. Other than that, hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week or Wednesday. Get some water, grab a snack, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.